Hello YouTube, this is Harvey from WhoKnowsGaming in the flesh, and this is a new series that I'm planning on running. It's just a pilot episode, so please leave feedback. If people don't like it, obviously I won't carry on running the series because I'm not a complete moron, believe it or not. What I thought we could do is to get I have a list, by the way, that's why I keep looking down with all my doodles on it. What I thought we could do was get a bit of community discussion going, so we'll just talk about different themes each day. I'm not out to slate anyone's game or how they handle certain aspects, but yeah, so basically keep the conversation civil and hopefully we'll actually have some sort of conversation going. What I wanted to talk about today was death in video games, or more specifically death that matters, because in video games you can mow down thousands of people and you just don't care. And this, to me, is because they don't have a character. Unless someone with a fully fleshed out character dies, you don't care. And to me, a prime example of this, and what is shocking, because a child dies, in Modern Warfare 3, there's a little bit of controversy surrounding the child getting blown up. And to me, this doesn't bother me at all, because that child never had a character. Yeah, it just didn't bother me. But a game where I was particularly gutted, and I'm sure a lot of you have seen this, is the Mass Effect 3 demo. In that, there is a child that you interact with. Minor spoilers, by the way, if people haven't played the demo. There is a child that you interact with, and later on, they're escaping on a dropship and they die. And because that child had a little bit of character to it, I felt so bad. It really cut me deep. So this kind of leads us on to our next subject. How do you create a character that you care about? Because obviously this is quite important. So, firstly, you want... This is all my personal opinion, by the way, so obviously please discuss your opinions below. You want a range of emotions to the character, and two examples of flat characters that people hate, and they love to hate them, and I'm pretty sure these characters were deliberately made like this, is Moira from Fallout 3, because we all know the only reason anyone ever blew up Megaton the first time is because they wanted to see Moira die, because she's so happy all the time. It's just a one-dimensional emotion. And then when you realise she's still there, it's like the biggest blow ever. And the second one, from also from a Bethesda game, who's famous for being irritating, is the Adoring Fan. Just happy all the time. Yeah, they are the most hateable characters I can possibly think of, and because of the lack of range of emotion that they have. A second thing, which I actually couldn't think of an example of in video games, maybe someone else can help me out, but human problems. I mean, problems and mistakes, they make people endearing and relatable, and that's in real life, or to me anyway. But I mean, how many times in a video game has someone not been able to afford their rent, or I don't know, just human problems that make them seem more real? I mean, in video games people don't even use the toilet most of the time, so I mean, how relatable can characters often be? I mean, I'd love to see more of this sort of thing, and characters are more relatable, so you can care about them more. I mean, as well, moving on now, the Companion Cube in Portal. Companion Cube is an inanimate object, and you care about Companion Cube a hell of a lot more than you care about some animated characters, because of the way the environmental storytelling, with stuff written on the walls, the way GLaDOS talks about Companion Cube, you actually start to feel something for that cube, and that's pretty sad to admit, but you really care. You really care, and when you have to incinerate it, it's not cool, man, not cool. And now, the last thing I wanted to talk about, I'm keeping this whole video pretty brief, was sound in relation to death, and originally this whole video was going to be on sound, but I thought this was quite an important thing to mention. When people die in games, and this seems to me like it was inherited from films, because obviously film being the older media, game just naturally sort of inherited a lot of things from it. when people die often, the temptation is to just play sad music. And yes, sad music's great, it gets you into the mood and that. I mean, example of this is Maria from Gears of War 2. When she dies in, is it Dom's arms? Dom? I don't know, I was never big into Gears of War anyway. But, I mean, that is a truly heart-wrenching moment. It's got a nice cinematic scene, and it does work well from a cinematic point of view. That's that film aspect coming back. But, to me, I think often silence is much better. And the best example I can possibly think of this is Skyrim and the companions. And while a lot of the Skyrim characters, the companions, they are pretty one-dimensional, it's not quite so bad, because you've kind of gone on an adventure with them and you've built your own character for them in your head. Because they don't say much. It's almost like a silent protagonist where you imprint your personality on them, except you imprint something else. But yeah, anyway, back to the point, going off on a tangent there. When you're in a battle and you're swinging away, and then you realise that you've killed your own companion. I mean, Lydia will be one that a lot of people have had. And because you earn Lydia, and you do feel attached, you've run into this battle, you're swinging away, then you realise that you killed Lydia, and there's no sound, it's just her body lying unceremoniously on the floor. You feel sad, you feel really, really sad. And I think that should be carried through in other games as well. And I completely missed the point with the whole companion cube thing. I was trying to say that it is possible to give other things characters, not just humans. For example, Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is great for it. Like, this isn't exactly a death, but the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, yeah, spoiler. So if you don't want to know what happens at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, turn it off. Turn off the video. That is not the game. That'd be silly. When Mickey Mouse seals himself behind the door to darkness, that really hurt me, man. The way the game builds up his character is more than just a Disney character. He's more than just some happy cartoon. He's actually got a fully fleshed out, multi-dimensional character. Anyway, that's pretty much all I had to say on this topic. I hope it's an interesting watch. I am prompting you to leave comments, talk about what's the most gutting death that you've experienced in a game, as in companion-wise or other characters, obviously not your failings, and just discuss. That's the general point of this, and if people like this video, I'll do more. Thank you very much, YouTube. This has been Harvey from WhoKnowsGaming. Goodbye.